Welcome to this Love Your Brain yoga practice. Today's class we are going to start in a seated position. So I'm sitting on the edge of a small pillow. You're welcome to sit either on a pillow or a block or a blanket that's folded a couple times just to have a little extra elevation in your hips. Find a comfortable cross of your legs. Sit up nice and tall and allow your eyes to close. Place one hand on your chest and one hand on your belly. And begin to notice that you are breathing. Feel your torso expand as you breathe in and contract as you breathe out. As you inhale, feel your breath move all the way down into your belly. Feel your bottom hand draw out as your belly expands. Keep breathing in until your chest lifts into your upper hand. And then as you exhale, feel your chest soften and your belly gently withdraw. Inhale into your belly and chest. Exhale, chest and belly. One more time. Inhale, belly, chest. Exhale, chest, belly. Release your hands down onto your thighs and continue breathing deeply and intentionally, just like this. Notice that your whole body starts to find more ease and calm as you breathe deeply and intentionally in and out through your nose. Gently drop your chin down towards your chest. Feel the back of your neck grow long. And then slowly blink open your eyes, bringing your visual awareness back into the room around you. And then place your hands together at your heart center, palms touching, thumbs gently resting on your chest. You can lift your gaze back to the center of the room. And then begin to interlace your fingers and slowly lift your elbows out to the sides. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, rotate your palms to face in front of you. Gently press your palms forward, round your spine, and let your chin drop down towards your chest. Inhale, keep the hands interlaced and gently reach your arms all the way up towards the sky. And then as you exhale, sweep your arms all the way back behind you until your fingertips gently touch the floor. Inhale, bring your hands together in front of your heart. Feel your heart lift into your thumbs. And exhale, feel your shoulders soften away from your ears. And we'll do this a couple more times, really connected breath to movement, inhaling and exhaling deeply. Interlace your fingers. Inhale, lift your elbows to the sides. Exhale, flip your palms forward, round your spine, drop your chin towards your chest. Inhale, reach both arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, sweep your arms all the way down to touch the floor behind you. Inhale, bring your hands together, lift your heart to your thumbs. And exhale, feel your shoulders soften away from your ears. One more time, interlace your fingers. Inhale, lift your elbows. Exhale, round your spine, drop your chin, and press your palms forward. Inhale, reach both arms all the way up to the sky. And exhale, sweep your arms back and wide. Allow your fingertips to gently touch the floor. Inhale, draw your hands together, heart center. And exhale, allow your shoulders to soften and release your palms gently down onto your thighs. I will be mirroring you for these next few movements. So start by bringing your awareness to your right shoulder. Shrug your right shoulder up towards your ear and then gently glide it back behind you and then down towards the floor, and continue making big circles with your right shoulder. Up, back, down. Noticing the movement in your shoulder. Notice your breath as you move your body. And then gently release your right shoulder back down by your ear and pause just for a moment. Maybe close your eyes. Notice if you can feel any lingering sensation from the movement in your right shoulder. And then bring your awareness to your left shoulder. Shrug your shoulder up towards your ear, and then reach it all the way towards the back of the room and down. And then continue making big circles with your left shoulder up and down. Feeling your arm move forwards and backwards. Notice that you can continue gently breathing in and out as you start to move in your body. And then with your next exhalation, gently release your shoulder back down by your ear and allow both shoulders to remain still. And again, pause and notice any lingering sensations. Take a full breath in. Shrug both shoulders up towards your ears. And then as you exhale, glide them back and all the way down, softening and releasing with gravity. Now bring your awareness to your right ear. And gently drop your right ear down towards your shoulder for a soft neck stretch, not forcing anything, being really mindful of the neck. Allow your chin to remain in line with your chest. And simply allow gravity to pull the weight of your head down towards the floor. Take a full breath in, feel your chest rise. And then as you exhale, feel your head and shoulders gently soften towards the floor. Notice sensation along the side of your neck. And then start to find just some very subtle movements. Tilt your chin up towards the ceiling and then down towards the floor. Just exploring the edges of sensation. Continue breathing. And then ever so slowly begin to lift your head all the way back up to neutral and pause. Maybe close your eyes and notice if you can feel a difference between the left side of your neck and the right side of your neck. Notice if one side feels longer or more spacious than the other. Take a full breath in. And now bring your awareness to your left ear and gently drop your ear down towards your shoulder, releasing your head to the weight of gravity and pausing just for a moment in stillness to feel the sensation along the side of your neck. Take a deep breath in. Feel your body expand as you inhale, and then as you exhale, just allow your whole body to melt like a puddle of water. Shoulders soft, head heavy. And then find some gentle movements. Tilt your chin up towards the sky, and then down towards the floor. Noticing each and every subtle sensation that you can feel along the side of your neck. Notice that your jaw can remain soft and relaxed. And then slowly bring your head all the way back up to neutral. And pause once more and close the eyes. And again, notice the length and space along either side of your neck. Noticing if it feels different or the same. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Next, we'll together do our Om circles. So the sound of Om has 3 different parts: Ah, O, and and at the end a pause for silence. So all together, we'll do these 3 different sounds and then do an Om all together, and I'll demonstrate the first part for you. So we'll take a deep breath in, reach your arms up overhead, and then say the first sound, Ah. drawing your hands down through heart center, and we'll do ah, o, and then the full om together. So release your arms down by your sides. Let your fingertips gently touch the floor. And then take a full breath in, reach your arms overhead. Now a full om. Inhale. Notice if you can feel sound vibrating in your ears or a lingering sensation on your lips. Gently drop your chin down towards your chest. Feel the back of your neck grow long. And slowly release your hands down into your lap. And then softly blink open your eyes. Having your visual awareness come back into the room, noticing shapes and colors. And then you can come back up to neutral. And we'll transition now into a child's pose. So you can uncross your legs and come forward into a tabletop position on hands and knees. You're welcome to have a blanket underneath your knees or even a bolster in between the backs of your legs for more support. Walk your hands out in front of you and gently melt your hips down towards your heels. Your forehead can either touch the floor or you can stack your hands one on top of the other and gently rest your forehead on the backs of your hands. If this makes you dizzy at all, you can also turn your gaze to one side and just gently rest one ear on the floor or the backs of your hands. Finally, if you have a pillow or a blanket and you'd like extra support and padding underneath the forehead, you can place your forehead onto a pillow. Remain here for a moment, and just in this new orientation of your body, notice what it feels like to breathe. Feel your breath move into the back side of your body, and feel your whole body soften as you exhale. The most beautiful people we have known are those who have known defeat, known suffering, known struggle, known loss, and have found their way out of the depths. These people have an appreciation, a sensitivity, and an understanding of life that fills them with compassion, gentleness, and a deep, loving concern. Beautiful people do not just happen. Take a moment here in child's pose to honor and feel deeply grateful for your own resilience, the part of you that has navigated through any challenges and struggles that you've faced in your life. Take a deep breath in, filling yourself up with this sense and felt experience of your resilience and strength. And as you exhale, feel your whole body surrender and let go. This practice is meant to help nourish you, your body, and your mind. And everything in this practice is always a choice that you make that's most nourishing for you. If you'd like to remain in child's pose, or even simply turn over and lay on your back, you can remain still and visualize the remainder of the practice. Know that visualizing the movements is still beneficial for your body, as it activates the same parts of the brain as if you were to actually continue on in the physical practice. And if you'd like to keep moving in your body, take your time and slowly make your way back up onto hands and knees. Come to all fours into a tabletop position. Your hands as wide as your shoulders, your knees as wide as your hips. You can have your toes curled under or release the tops of your feet down onto the floor. And we'll begin next with several rounds of cat-cow. Bring your gaze just slightly out in front of you so the back of your neck is long, and for the first round we'll just move the spine and the head can remain stationary and still. As you inhale, drop your belly down towards the floor. And then as you exhale, round your spine up towards the ceiling. Press into your hands, press into your knees. And then inhale, drop your belly towards the floor. And exhale, round your spine up towards the ceiling. And if it doesn't make you dizzy, you're welcome to bring your head into this movement as well. So inhale, drop your belly and gently lift your gaze to look forward. And as you exhale, round your spine and gently look back towards your knees. Let your head release. Inhale, drop your belly and look forward. And exhale, round your spine and gaze back towards your knees. Do this one more time, noticing your breath as you move. Inhale and exhale. And with your next inhalation, come back to a neutral spine. Walk your hands out several inches in front of you, and then shift your shoulders forward to come over your wrists and cross your ankles together at the back of your mat. Pause here for a moment. And next we're going to visualize and imagine that we do 3 mini push-ups here without actually moving the body. So again, just visualizing a movement stimulates the same part of your brain that activates when you do the movement. So close your eyes, take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, imagine bending your elbows and lowering your chest all the way down to the floor. And then as you inhale, press into your hands, feel the strength of your arms, and imagine yourself lifting all the way back up. We'll do that 2 more times. Exhale, imagine bending your elbows and dipping your chest down towards the floor. Inhale, press into your hands, feel the strength of your arms and lift back up. 1 more time. Exhale, bend your elbows using just your imagination. And then inhale, press into your hands, come all the way back up. And then slowly walk your hands back underneath your shoulders. I find that the visualization, sometimes I actually work harder than when I'm actually doing the push-ups. Come back to a neutral position, hands directly underneath your shoulders, and bring your awareness to your right leg. Notice the gentle pressure of the floor underneath your right knee. And then extend your right leg all the way to the back of your mat. Your toes can be touching the floor. Pause here. You can keep your toes on the ground, or you can play with starting to lift your right leg away from the floor, toes hovering. Take a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, gently bend your knee and draw it in towards your chest, round your spine. Your gaze can stay out in front of you, or you can tuck your head gently in towards your knee. Inhale, reach your leg all the way towards the back of the mat. Toes can always touch the floor. Exhale, bend your knee and draw it in towards your chest. Inhale 1 more time, extend your leg all the way back. And exhale, draw your knee in towards your chest. Inhale, reach your right leg all the way back. And exhale, release your right knee back down onto the floor. And feel your weight redistribute evenly between your legs. And then again, walk your handprints forward towards the top of your mat. Shift your shoulders forward over your wrists and cross your ankles. Now for this second set, you can again just simply close your eyes and visualize the movements, or we'll actually do 3 little mini push-ups together. Take a full breath in, and then as you exhale, either imagine or actually begin to bend your elbows and lower your chest a little bit closer to the floor. Inhale, press into your hands, rise all the way back up. And we'll do that 2 more times. Exhale, bend your elbows and lower down. Inhale, press back up. Exhale, bend your elbows, lower your chest. And inhale, press back up. And then slowly release, uncross your ankles. Walk your hands back underneath your shoulders. Pause and bring your awareness to your left leg. Feeling the gentle pressure of the floor beneath your left knee. Extend that leg all the way to the back of your mat. Toes can touch the floor to start. And then you can play with lifting your left foot away from the floor as an option. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, round your spine, draw your knee in towards your chest. Inhale, extend your leg all the way towards the back of your mat. Exhale, bend your knee, draw it in towards your chest. 1 more time. Inhale, reach your left leg back and long. And exhale, draw your knee in towards your chest. Inhale, extend your leg. And exhale, release your left leg back down onto the floor. Feel the weight distribute evenly through both knees. Next, we'll come into puppy pose. Keep your hips and knees where they are. Walk your hands farther out in front of you. And then gently begin to melt your forehead and chest down towards the floor. Your forehead might just hover above the mat. You can also place a soft block, a pillow, or a blanket underneath your forehead. Or you can again cross your arms and rest your forehead on your forearms. Take a couple deep breaths in and out here. Press down through your palms. Feel the strength of your arms. And take a couple deep breaths to again acknowledge and feel your own resilience and strength. To feel your ability to move and navigate with every challenge and obstacle that comes your way. And then slowly begin to come all the way back up. You can place your prop to the side if you had something underneath your forehead. And then from here, curl your toes under. And next we'll come into a downward facing dog. You're welcome, instead of coming into downward facing dog, to simply again do puppy pose, the pose that we were just in. For downward facing dog, walk your hands a little farther out in front of you, curl your toes under. Knees are hips width distance apart. Take a deep breath in, start to press into your hands, feel the strength of your arms, and hover your knees just a couple inches away from the floor. Pause here, and then slowly press into your hands so that your chest melts all the way back towards your thighs. And then slowly press into your feet so that your hips lift a little bit higher towards the sky. Your knees can stay deeply bent. Feel the strength of your arms and legs. And then inhale, slowly release your knees back down onto the floor. And as you exhale, melt your hips towards your heels and find child's pose. Pausing here for a moment. We will move through this sequence, downward facing dog, tabletop, and child's pose, a couple times with breath. You're always welcome to remain here in child's pose and simply visualize these movements in your body. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. And with your next inhalation, Come all the way up into extended tabletop, shoulders over your wrists, curl your toes under. As you exhale, press into your hands and feet, lift your hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Inhale, slowly release your knees back down onto the floor. Exhale, release your hips to your heels, chest to your thighs, child's pose. Again, inhale, come forward, extended tabletop, shoulders over your wrists, curl your toes under. Exhale, press into your hands, lift your hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Inhale, release your knees to the floor. And exhale, melt your hips to your heels, child's pose. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. And with your next inhalation, come back up onto hands and knees. Finding a tabletop, walk your hands underneath your shoulders. And next we'll do 3 rounds of lion's breath. And lion's breath is really wonderful for releasing things that are weighing you down and keeping you feeling stuck in your life. So pause just for a moment and think of one thing, and it can be one tiny thing, it doesn't have to be big, but one thing right now that's making you feel stuck. And then I'll demonstrate what we'll do, and we'll do 3 rounds of this all together. For lion's breath, you'll take a deep breath in, and then when you exhale, you'll stick out your tongue and sigh it out and release the one thing that's keeping you stuck. So it'll look like this. So all together, take a deep breath in, and then exhale, release whatever it is that's keeping you stuck. 2 more times. Last time, make it count. And then pause for a moment. Just noticing, perhaps feeling a little bit lighter and more free. Walk your hands out in front of you. Shift your shoulders forward, extended tabletop. And then as you exhale, slowly lower all the way down onto your belly. And then either place your forehead on the backs of your hands stacked on top of one another. Or if that makes you dizzy at all, you can place one ear on the backs of your hands, looking off to one side. Allow your eyes to close. And simply rest here for a moment in Crocodile. Inhaling and exhaling, breathing in this idea and experience of feeling the resilience of your own life, pulsing through with your breath into your body. Your resilience is the part of you that has helped you to navigate through every challenge you faced in your life. And it's brought you to where you are today, here on this mat, doing this practice, being connected to your breath. And the reality of that in this moment proves your resilience. Again, this is another great place for you to remain still and simply rest in crocodile pose, or you can roll over onto your back and remain on your back for the rest of practice. If you'd like to continue moving, take your time. Slowly bring your forehead onto your hands if you were looking to one side, and then start to bring your hands back next to your shoulders. Curl your toes under, and then press into your hands to lift up, extended tabletop. And then exhale, walk back, bring your hands underneath your shoulders, tabletop position. And now find your blocks or whatever you're using for blocks and bring them underneath your hands. right underneath your shoulders, so you have a little extra elevation from the floor. Take a nice deep breath in and bring your awareness to your right leg once again. Noticing the pressure of your right knee on the floor. And with your next inhalation, look forward and step your right foot all the way to the top of your mat, in between your hands. Have your back toes curled under. And you can stay here with your hands on your blocks, or inhale and slowly walk your hands up onto your right thigh. Pause here for a moment, take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, gently walk your hands back down onto your blocks. Feel the strength of your legs. Notice your back leg, and then press into your back heel, your left heel, and lift your left knee away from the floor. Pausing here for a moment. Feel the strength of your legs, ground down through your right foot. And then look forward to the top of your mat. Take a deep breath in and step your back foot all the way forward to the top of your mat. Walk your blocks out in front of you, and you can turn them up onto a higher setting so that they're a little bit closer to you, bringing the floor closer to you for more comfort. Allow your knees to be softly bent. Take a nice deep breath in. You can keep your gaze out in front of you. If it makes you dizzy at all, try not to drop your head or your gaze. But if it feels comfortable, you can also release your head and neck all the way down towards the floor. And we'll move through a T transition to come all the way up to standing, pausing halfway. So with your next inhalation, press into your feet, lift up halfway, and reach your arms out to the sides. Pause here as you exhale. Feel the strength of your legs. And then inhale, rise all the way up to standing. Reach both arms up to the sky. And as you exhale, draw your hands down through heart center. And then release both arms down by your sides. Step your feet hip-width distance apart if they're not already. And then close your eyes and just stand here for a moment in Tadasana, mountain pose, with your arms extending down by your sides. Gently shift your weight from side to side, and forwards and backwards, just making little circles of movement in your body, noticing the edges of balance, feeling the pressure shift underneath the soles of your feet, and then eventually make your way to stillness. And notice that even when you become still, there's still a little bit of movement and sway and aliveness in your body, standing on your own 2 feet. The idea of balance is that we're never perfectly still, but that we're practicing grace in our movement, fluidity in our movement. And now we'll turn to face the right side of your mat. So take a quarter turn to the right, and then step your right foot out as wide as you can all the way towards the back of your mat. And you can kind of heel toe your foot a little bit wider so you have a nice wide stance between your legs. Bring your hands onto your hips. And then turn your right toes to face towards the front of your mat. Take a nice deep breath in. Reach your arms out to the side so they're parallel to the floor with your palms facing down. And then begin to bend into your front knee. Feel the strength of your back leg. Feel both feet pressing firmly into the floor. And then let your shoulders soften away from your ears. And then we'll move really slowly in and out of this pose a couple of times. As you inhale, press into your front leg and gently draw your hands together in front of your heart. And then as you exhale, bend into your front knee and open your arms wide, warrior 2. Inhale, draw your hands together in front of your heart, straighten your front leg. And exhale, open your arms wide, warrior two, strong and powerful. One more time, inhale, hands to heart center, straighten your leg. And exhale, warrior two, open your arms wide. Pause here. Again, feel the stable ground that's beneath your feet. Bring your hands to your hips, and then slowly straighten your front leg. Release your right hand to your right thigh, and then gently begin to tilt your hips towards the back of your mat as you walk your right hand slowly down your leg. And you can keep your right hand on your thigh or on your shin. You can also place your right hand onto a block. You can keep your left hand on your hip, or start to reach your left arm up towards the sky, Trikonasana, triangle pose. Keeping your chin in line with your chest so there's no strain on your neck. Take one full breath in and a full breath out. And then slowly bring your top hand back down onto your hip. Bend into your front knee softly and come all the way back up. Turn your right toes forward to face the side of your mat. And we'll pass through star pose. Open your eyes, spread your arms wide, and with your eyes wide open and a big wide smile and your arms open, just allow yourself to stand here for a moment, fully receptive to anything and everything that's coming your way. So one deep breath in. Star pose. And then we'll come to the other side. Bring your hands to your hips. Bring your awareness to your left foot, which is now at the back of your mat. And then turn your left toes to face towards the back of your mat. And bring your arms out to a T, palms facing down. Bend into your front knee for warrior two. Feel the strength of your legs. And then moving through dancing warrior. As you inhale, draw your hands together in front of your heart and straighten your front leg. And as you exhale, warrior two, bend your knee and open your arms out to the sides. Inhale, draw your palms together, gathering up your own resilience and strength right in between your palms. Exhale, bend your front knee, warrior two. One more time, inhale, draw your strength together, hands in front of your heart. Exhale, warrior two, bend into your knee and open your arms. Pause here. Straighten your legs and bring your hands to your hips, setting up for triangle pose. Start to shift your hips towards the front of your mat. Bring your left hand onto your thigh to start. And then slowly walk your hand down your leg. It can stay on your thigh or come all the way down to your shin. Keep your chin in line with your chest. And then maybe reach your right arm up towards the sky. Take a full breath in. And then slowly release your hand back onto your hip and rise all the way back up. One more time, we'll pass through star pose. Turn your left toes in. Big, wide, and open, receptive to anything and everything. And then slowly bring your hands to your hips and heel toe your feet together to the center of your mat. And now we'll make our way to a wall. So look around and find a wall in your space where you have room to stand next to a wall and step forward and backwards a little bit. So you want a little bit of space next to you on the wall. And we're going to start with the left shoulder facing towards the wall. So take a moment to orient yourself, and just close enough to the wall that you can bring your fingertips to touch the wall with your elbow softly bent. Bring your hands to your hips. Step your feet hip-width distance apart. And then take a big step forward with your right foot. Turn your left toes towards the wall a little bit, so there's a little angle in your back foot. And then begin to bend into your front knee. And you can always heel toe your foot a little bit farther forward if you need more distance in between your feet for warrior one. Inhale, reach your left arm up to the sky, and then you can bring your left fingertips onto the wall, just gently behind you. And as you press your fingertips into the wall and gently turn your chest forward, you'll feel a gentle sensation and stretch through the front of your left shoulder. Pause here for a moment. And then inhale, reach your left arm back up to the sky and bring your hand back down onto your hip. And then take a big step forward, bringing both feet together. And once again, find your feet hip-width distance apart from side to side. Bring your left fingertips onto the wall. Your right hand can stay on your right hip. And start to feel your weight and balance shift into your leg that's closest to the wall. Feel that leg growing strong and steady. And then lift your opposite foot away from the floor. Bend your knee out in front of you for stork pose. Noticing your balance. Notice that you're still breathing. And then slowly start to open your right knee out to the side, towards the center of the room, and then find tree pose. You can either bring your toes onto the floor and your heel onto your ankle, or you might bring the sole of your foot to your calf, or all the way up to your thigh. Pause here for a moment. You can release your right arm out to the side to help balance, and then maybe play with hovering your left fingertips away from the wall. And then slowly release and plant both feet onto the floor. And then simply turn around and face the other direction. So now your right shoulder is closest to the wall. Bring your hands to your hips and take a big step forward with your left foot. Turn your right toes to face towards the wall just slightly, and then bend into your front knee for warrior one. Pause here. Feel the strength of your legs, and then inhale, reach your right arm up to the sky, and then gently bring your fingertips onto the wall just behind you. Press your fingertips lightly into the wall as you turn your chest forward, and feel a gentle stretch through the front of your right shoulder. Notice that even as your body is working hard, you can remain consistently with a deep breath in and out, remaining graceful in the midst of that which feels challenging. Inhale, reach your right arm back up to the sky, bring your hand to your hip, and then one big step forward, feet next to one another, hip-width distance apart. Once again, bring your right fingertips tented onto the wall next to you, and then start to shift your weight into your right leg. Feel your right leg grow sturdy and strong, and then begin to hover your left foot away from the floor. Bend your knee out in front of you, stork pose. Again, remember that balance isn't perfect stillness. Start to open your knee out to the side. And then find tree pose, either toes to the floor with your heel on your ankle, or the sole of your foot to your calf, or maybe to your thigh. You can release your right arm down to the side. Rather than perfect stillness, balance is finding grace in our wobbles and our movement. My favorite analogy about this pose is that it's not called stick in the mud pose, which would be perfectly still, but also not alive. Trees are meant to be a little bit wobbly and moving, which is just a reminder that they're alive, that you are alive. Slowly release, both feet down onto the floor, and then we'll make our way back onto the top of our mat, standing once more in Tadasana. Feet hip-width distance apart. Release your arms by your sides. Gently close your eyes. And as you stand on your own 2 feet with your eyes closed, notice that even with both feet on the ground, there's still a little bit of movement. which is just your reminder that you're alive. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. And gently open your eyes. Inhale, reach both arms up to the sky. We'll move through our T transition. As you exhale, fold halfway and pause. Arms extend out to the side. Pause, feel the strength of your legs as you inhale. Exhale, release your hands down onto your blocks. You can keep your gaze out in front of you, or if it doesn't make you dizzy, release your head, forward fold. Bring your awareness to your right leg. Walk your blocks back a few inches, and then step your right foot all the way to the back of your mat. Walk your blocks so they're right underneath your shoulders. Pause here. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, slowly release your back knee down onto the floor. You can stay here or walk your hands up onto your left thigh, stacking your palms on top of one another. Feel the strength of your legs. And then slowly release your hands back down onto your blocks. You can turn them back onto their lower setting. And then step your back foot or your front foot back so that you're again on hands and knees. Place your blocks off to the side of your mat. And then bring your feet together, shift your hips over to one side, make your way into a seat. And then you can extend your legs out in front of you and begin to roll all the way down onto your back. As you find yourself on your back, you can pause for a moment. Bend your knees, bring the soles of your feet to the floor. And then bring your fingertips to the top of your forehead. And just gently begin to massage your forehead and eyebrows and face with your fingertips. Gently putting pressure on your cheeks and jaw, your upper and lower lips, and nose. And then gently release your arms back down alongside your body. And slowly extend your legs towards the back of your mat. Let your feet be a little wider than your hips. Your toes fall out to the sides. Allow your arms to extend along either side of you with your palms facing up towards the ceiling. Notice the back of your head heavy on the floor beneath you. Notice that you're still breathing. Inhaling and exhaling deeply. With each exhalation, feel your whole body melt like a pool of water spreading onto the floor beneath you. All of your muscles relax, your jaw softens, your eyes close and remain heavy. And with each exhalation, feel your body relax just 5% more. And allow yourself to remain still and quiet for a few minutes in Savasana. When we are finished, I will guide you back out of the practice. Take one full breath in and then let go completely. The most beautiful people we have known are those who have known defeat, known suffering, known struggle, known loss, and have found their way out of the depths. These people have an appreciation, a sensitivity, and an understanding of life that fills them with compassion, gentleness, and a deep, loving concern. Beautiful people do not just happen. Bring your awareness back to your breath. Notice your body gently pulsing with your breath as you inhale and exhale. And as you begin to come back into consciousness and awareness, take a moment here to feel and honor your own resilience. The strength within you that has brought you through every challenge and difficulty you faced, that has allowed you to be here in this body, breathing right here and right now. Take a deeper breath in. Open your mouth, softly exhale and let it go. Bring your awareness to your hands and your feet. And gently begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Move your jaw gently from side to side. And with your next inhalation, reach your arms long overhead, stretch your body out, point and flex your toes, move your chin from side to side, and then let out a big sigh as you exhale and release. Take your time to make your way all the way up to a seat, no rush. You can roll to either side or simply press yourself up to arrive in a seat. You can keep your eyes closed. And then once you arrive seated, gently bring your hands together in front of your heart. Feel the warmth of your palms touching. And imagine that that warmth that you feel in between your palms was an expression of your own resilience and strength, and that you could hold and feel your resilience in between your palms, right in front of your heart. Beautiful people do not just happen. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And gently bow your head towards your hands. The place within me that is resilient and peaceful honors that place within you that is resilient and always peaceful. Thank you for practicing. Namaste.